It's the middle of November 2018. We have a very nice day, sunny, about 8 degrees or so. Winter is soon upon us, so this is the last, we're doing the last preparations of the bees for the winter. So what we've done in this box, the bees are now all down here in the bottom box, basically clustering in the center. They've got lots of honey around them to eat over the winter. We've put on this mouse guard for the winter time, so the entrance will stay relatively open, but with all of these holes so the bees can get in and out, air can circulate in, but mice wouldn't be able to get in, and that's always a risk in a beehive. It's warm, it's inviting, there's food in there, and there could be a tendency with the cold weather coming for mice looking for a place to nest for the winter. So they're protected against that. We've put this this small shim in, so just above the top of the where the bees are, on top of the box. It's a bit of a gap of space, so I've put some sugar bricks, so in case they run out of honey anytime over the course of the winter, they have access to that sugar. So it's just an additional food supply. After today, we won't look in on them very often, so we just want to make sure that that's all good. And then finally here on top, I've added another box. This is 4 inches deep. I've drilled 1-inch holes on 2 on this side and 2 on the opposite side. We'll take a look in a moment. I've screened the bottom of the box with wire screen, and then I filled the box with wood chips. So the idea is that the bees here in the cluster, over the course of the winter, keeping themselves warm, moist air from the cluster will rise. It'll rise up through the wood chips. It'll hit the ceiling of the roof. It'll condense, and water will fall back down. What we don't want is the water falls back down onto the bees. That can be very bad for them. So it'll fall onto the wood chips and get absorbed by the wood chips. So a few times over the course of the winter, I'll go inside and take a look and make sure the wood chips are looking fine. So let's do that now. I'm going to be pretty quick inside the box today. We're going to do that, and then when we're done, the last thing I'm going to do to prepare them for the winter is just put a wrap around basically this part of the hive. It'll cover the joins. It'll give a bit of insulation against the temperature. I'm going to use this blue waterproof paper. It has a removable paper backing and a sticky side. So the sticky side is going to stick to the side of the hive, and basically it's going to wrap. It's 12 inches width. It's basically going to wrap like that, so leaving the hole open, leaving the entrance open, but giving just a bit of waterproof wrap around the rest of the hive. So that's the last thing that we'll do before we finish for the day today. So let's have a look. Then we're just going to take a quick look into the top, and then quickly close this back up. So off comes the roof. There's no bee activity up here because the screen is below this box. When I take off the top cover, we can see the wood shavings all in here. So this is aspen wood shavings. It's several inches deep, and then the holes here, as said, on the side that will allow that to breathe. So that's on top. Let's make a bit of room. So just very quickly, I'm going to take this off and show you what it looks like underneath. You can see the screened bottom here on this box, and then inside the hive. So the bees are kind of clustered there all around the middle. We have the 2 sugar cubes, lots of honey in all of these combs, honeycombs. The bees are flying a bit right now, so I don't want to leave that open too long. So let's very quickly put that back on. We want to get the top back on because we don't want bees there in the wood shavings. So that was all looking quite fine. So I think we're in good shape. The bees will continue to fly on decent days like today, in and out. You can see some bees here coming in and out of the hive. Relatively few compared to what we've seen during the season, but they'll still come and go. And over the course of the winter, whenever we get, a nice, reasonably warm day, so meaning above 0 and probably in at least the high single digits, they'll come out and fly a bit. But otherwise, we're going to wrap them, and that will be